anything other. So that is that. And we got our model up today. It's been a while, and I know it has been, but I thought, you know what? Let's do it today. My phone can suffer overheating for a little bit. Haha, which is good. So, yeah, so today we're gonna dive into this because I think it'd be really cool to like kind of talk on top and go through like what was in my hand, what I was dealing with, and how like some of the things like I didn't even see because I was so nervous. And like some of the stuff is kind of fun. I took a peek at like I was watching it yesterday to just kind of reflect back, and I was like, wow, I should do this with you all on stream and it would be so much fun. So here we are. We'll do this. And then if I'm still energetic, we'll play a game or two, or we'll just kind of build and construct what I've been kind of editing with Syndrel and what that's sort of looking like now. And yeah, we'll just kind of see where we go from here and make it count. So I look forward to this. But all right, without further ado, we must turn down the Spotify. Spotify goes to the nice, soft tones. And we do a sound check, making sure our sound works here. I think we just want to get like right before. Do like a little 10-second, 5-second jump here. There we go. All right. Sound check. I think it's working. Sweet. Okay. So we're going to watch this. We're going to see what we do because it'd be kind of fun. So yeah. Okay. So basically during this point, they were asking us like,
oh, right. We are back with round 2.
It was like,
top of the hour.
Do you want us to stream? Are you cool with it? And I was like, yeah, we're cool. And then they essentially deafen and talk on top of us while we're kind of talking to each other. And I was so nervous. I was like, oh, we're full on doing this. I'm gonna bring this down just a little bit so I could think. And yeah, it was pretty honorable to be on the stream.
We haven't started the time yet. Featuring
so,
today we've got
yeah, it was crazy to be like,
real quick,
we're on
Curiosity
here.
Is actually playing at table
and then I get
4
my
right
little
now. Curiosity is a
cool
fellow content creator. Wanted to give a shout out here. Canadian content creator, and if you like to check out her stream, she's also streaming right now. Look up Curiosity.
I was on Twitch streaming yesterday, which is great. So it's pretty cool. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
We have no idea.
Hi, Radical. Welcome, welcome.
It's all mystery. Just the way we're handling how. How do I word this?
And I love that both of our sleeves don't tell us anything about our decks.
Really allow for a lot of open.
Based on sleeves, I would have to say some hybrid.
Maybe some hybrid, and maybe some Patamon, because those sleeves are kind of funny. Those Patamon sleeves.
I love that they're thinking it's Patamon.
Is there like a Pikachu or something? So
that's my whole point of my sleeves is to throw you off so you don't know our next move.
Like, it's like the fancy art. Ooh, we got Yellow Wynamon. So Susan.
Yeah, so they originally start thinking
Syndrel.
it's going to be
right.
like a
Looks
Suzumon,
like,
and then we go into Shumon.
Curiosity here on Syndrel. So yeah, like I mentioned before, I'm going to get her username up here momentarily.
So
if you
this part was like super tricky. So when I was playing here, I was thinking like, okay, in my hand, I believe I already had an Orisa, and I was like, okay, I kind of want to take the Cherubi because it's the one of. So it was very, very interesting to like decide. Oh, Ryder, welcome. Oh, I'm so glad. It's nice that you're finally here today, which is amazing. So welcome. So I was thinking, I was like, okay, if I had to choose between the Orisa, which I have 3 of, and the Cherubi, which I have 1, I was like, okay, I'm just going to take the Cherubi because it's a one of.
Becoming content creator in Canada.
Oh, hello. I love Canadian Digimon players too.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna go ahead and call Syndrel.
And then they're like, they watch my content, and I was like,
we saw Cherubi, but I know Syndrel can play Cherubi as well.
Oh, I think we're going red hybrid. Yeah. Would you say that red hybrid's a safe bet for proc?
Oh yeah. The second you see the flame on it, now the question is, are they playing more Kaiser Greymon? Because I saw a lot of lists running Kaiser, or are we on pure Ancient Greymon? Ancient Greymon.
So it's pretty cool to see like Risu talking about like the different ways that this can be run.
Kaiser, Emperor Greymon. I'm sorry.
Kaiser.
So there's like so many different pathways for red hybrid, right?
I hardly know her.
Oh my god.
So okay, so at this point, I was like, okay, because now we start going into the level 4. So at this point, I was like, okay, I don't want to push out only because I'm afraid of what's in the back and if they push out. So this is where I kind of went like, oh, what do I do? So I kind of held off on pushing out this round here. And they actually talk about it too. Oh, bye, Pancake. We'll see you later.
This is the new one from BT17. This is the start of turn if your opponent has a Digimon gain 1 memory. So we probably shouldn't play around that. We probably can just play a tamer if we can.
Yeah, so that tamer was like it was going to gain a memory, and then if I digivolve into a Chaperomon, I would have some trouble there. So I was like, I don't want to like give them memory as much as I can, but I also don't have the ability to get lethal already.
Digivolve into our 5 in the back, right? Because most of our 5s have the wind digivolving effect.
Correct. Typically, they have the effect to either give a security attack -1 or play a Digimon.
Yeah, so here Risu brought up a really good point. In how normally you want, like even level 4 is hard when it comes to, especially with the Syndrome, right? Usually want to put your 3 in the back and then push out your 3 and then go 4 and 5. And usually you're also pushing out the Shumon that reduces the Digi-Evolution by 1. But I didn't actually have that one in hand. And based on my line, I also didn't have the Syndrome yet. So I didn't want to risk losing my Chaperomon because it wouldn't have had any protection. So I was like, I'm just going to like Digivolve on the back, see what the draw gets me. And then at least I know that they're at 2 and they can't gain a memory off of me. So it kind of makes it a little bit easier there. But it definitely was a decision that was like, okay, I can either push out, swing and hope for the best, but then I don't get any draw off of it. So it was like, yeah, I don't know really like where to go with that because usually we push, right?
From starter,
and that was the other thing too. I did have the Cherubi Ace in hand, but I was so scared to lose it.
Yeah, the Chaperos, yeah.
And Gargariamon just choosing.
And they talk about how they all look different, like how the cards all look the same.
Burning Gray, and then into hard playing a Flame Man from BT.
So seeing another searcher told me that I felt pretty safe that they are also missing pieces, which isn't bad.
Have 10 warriors in trait.
Must be nice. Must be nice, hybrid.
It is very cool. It's very, very dope.
I think at this point I had the on-play Shumon in my hand.
Memory with a boost, we should be able to go into our level 6 without an issue.
But I didn't have the Central. I was still looking for the Central.
Here, you can potentially play a familiar token, which means you will have that protection inheritable with Chaperomon's effect. Luckily, Ancient Greymon doesn't have black in its color.
I was like, I could go into the Ace, but it doesn't really make sense to go into the Ace on my turn. Because it would only pop one body, and I was looking to get that other body pushed out before I used the Central. So I was like, let me just play the Shumon and push it out.
Choke at 1.
All righter, so it's been a while.
This is actually going to give our opponent 2 memory. We're going to -1. I think this is the promo, right? So the on play is -1 security one of your opponent's Digimons.
Correct.
I love hearing like they're commentating because they are so informational about like what each thing is and what that looks like.
We kind of noticed that like having to even play this Flame Man at all, the Ancient Grey deck must be maybe potentially bricked in some way. Still trying to dig for pieces. So we're trying to take advantage of that.
So that was that searching.
Level 6. So we'll have to see how this turn plays.
And then this was tough. So I actually forgot I put the -1 security. Yes. So I totally forgot the -1 was there. And I was like, oh crud. I need to protect it. Because I was like, I can't lose my security already. I would have flipped security if we didn't like realize that later on because we end up backtracking it. You'll see. So I was like, do I ace? And I was kind of debating on acing, getting rid of it, and just having it on the field ready to go.
Definitely. So we swing anyway.
So
just to see.
Just threaten blast Digivolution here.
Oh, were you? That's hilarious.
Play?
And then,
yeah.
Yeah, that's what we are going.
So I was like, okay, I'll ace. I'll delete it.
Which is scary because
and I drew into a Wonder Stomp, so it was easy for me to remember what I actually like did. And then I was like, oh wait, you don't have a security attack, so it doesn't even matter.
Anything on board, anything we want.
And this is what costed me this round. Oh. So afterwards, like, and you'll see it later. Looking back at it, and even like I even say it in our like if you were to watch my like stream from yesterday, you'll see it too. I think I literally say out loud like I should have kept the Cherubi on the field. I should have just let it happen.
Oh, we're gonna take
because it was crazy as to what happens next.
And our opponent allowed us to take it back. Okay.
real chill, keeping it.
Yeah, we were
cash.
like having
I
a good
don't mind
time.
that.
We were just having so much fun playing against
I
each
love
other.
friendly games. I don't like sweaty, knees weak, arms heavy.
And I literally said that line beforehand. I was like, "Oh, Panda's streaming us. I'm nervous."
Obviously, we can't pick up anything, but we're gonna play the new 5-cost Takuya.
Yeah, now that the tamers are coming out, this is where I have to really push, right?
And the new Gigasmon has really pushed Red Hybrid into being a powerful deck this format, I think.
The funny thing about most red decks now is
so at this point I still don't have a
removal
Syndrome.
might be garbage, but I'm getting faster, so I don't care if I can't remove you. I'm just gonna, go for security.
So
yeah, no. And
my Shumon could swing over the flame because I'm 2K.
They don't have anything. They don't have any answer.
I don't remember if I do.
Though, which we might see an issue with. We might, depending on how popular.
She was literally hiding. It was crazy yesterday.
Might have issues there, but they can get over 15 depending on the stack.
And we have seen quite a bit of them.
And I really didn't want to use the Cherubi against a 1 Digimon, like the 1/1000. I was like, it's such a waste to use it.
Username, we can match them to names, but because Discord names are very malleable and changeable, makes it a little bit harder.
So I go into the promo Shushu and give it another -1. I thought it was great because I was like, I'm just going to keep minus securitying him again and again.
Yeah, this is the promo.
But like, I could have just swung over him. I don't know why I didn't.
I think it gives minus security attack again. Yeah. And then if you have, this is, when Digivolving, give one of your opponents until the end of their turn -1 security, and then your turn, if you have.
Yeah, so like, I literally could have swung over it.
Game jamming, but we don't have that tamer.
Not yet.
But
and this was actually one of
which
the
would have made
problematic
sense.
promos, actually, because even though
you can't lose if their Digimon has 0 attack, Flamemon can't even sneeze.
The Shushumon is kind of the other problem now when it comes to building Syndromon, because it's kind of needed.
So talking about the Shushumon and the Shumon, I only have 1 Shushumon in my deck right now because it is so difficult to get a second Shushumon. Like, I think the deck will run probably, I want to say it will more than likely run 2 to 3, maybe 2. Because I think 2 is good. I do like the 2 promo Shumons. I would probably go to 3 only because the cycling is a lot better with it and you can just keep tacking on that -1, which is really nice. And same thing with the Shushumon. I think it's a little bit, with the tamers that you're playing, it's almost more valuable to have that promo Shushumon out as best as you can. Because then you can just keep DP minusing, and it has jamming as well. So it gives you a really good free swing when you have that Orisa out, which is really nice. But I don't have the Orisa out, and I didn't want to spend the amount it would cost to get it out, if that makes sense, because I didn't have the other Shushumon that plays in Orisa. So it was already tough. And then I was already kind of like, I should have had the Cherubi out, because then I would have been able to safely swing and not have any worry into security. And then the Crimson Blaze. Oh,
gross.
If I had that Cherubi, I wouldn't have had an issue.
And then on top of that, nothing else. We just can't play by effect, which is fine. It doesn't look like that's what our plan was.
It was. If I had that if I had the Cherubi.
I think it's really, really bad. Because if the play for Curiosity here was to go into Syndrome,
and it literally was, which it was, and my brain literally again forgot the like effects work. We're like, yeah, it plays, and then we're like,
can't play that token.
Oh wait, we can't.
Can't play the token. Unfortunate.
I'm like, oh yeah, effects. And that's so it's funny because like Proc misplayed and then I misplayed and we're like, we're just trading misplays.
I think they just drew into it on the draw with the
I literally drew into it with the Wanya.
I think the safest play
like from the Pillowmon Digivolve was literally how I got it.
And you attack.
And this is when I was like, I should have had the Cherubi.
Still get the draw.
Correct.
Which was the key, like that.
And I should have swung with the Shumon into.
Correct.
And then not only do you get to clear the body, you get to stay safe. Now you would have still had access to your Shushumon and the token on this
So this is where everything gets like dicey.
I think Red Hybrid has the benefits of being able to run Crimson Blaze, and I think this is also why Ancient Garurumon decks run Crimson Blaze too, because there are a lot of decks that will build wide. Even Lord
You would
Nightmon
love to
X
get your
will
hands
tend
on
to
that
build
promo
wide.
shoe.
Now, the only difference
Yeah.
is what you play can sometimes be bigger than
If you can
know,
stop the
5,000
flame
or
from
6,000 CP
digying,
threshold
yeah.
that you get burned from with the
I think
Crimson Blaze.
I was like really, really afraid of the security for some reason, that I kept wanting to swing into it as fast as I could. That I didn't think that like I could have swung the
Promoting up
Shushumon.
Takuya
Like the Flamemon was suspended, right? Not too long ago. I literally could have swung my Shumon into it to delete it and then gone into the Shushumon. I wouldn't have to worry about negative security attack. It would have been off the field. And then the catch would have been going into, I don't know. I could have gone into the Cherubi Ace. Now that I think about it, like had I, okay. So Shumon swings into the Flamedramon, or the Flamemon, sorry. Flamemon dies because it's 1,000 versus 2,000. Then Digivolve into the Shushumon. And then from the Shushumon, Digivolve into or not Digivolve, sorry. Do the Pillowmon in the back. Then after the Pillowmon, Digivolve into the Cherubi. I know it fizzles out the rest of it, right? And then what could have happened is a safer swing alliancing with a level 4. But I think my problem was I didn't have any more level 4s in my hand. So I really wouldn't have gotten a value for Alliance, because I was going to think like Alliance, then go first check, swings the thing, deletes the Shushu, and then second check, swings, hits whatever it is. But if it was a
Going into
tamer,
the
I'd be in big
Aguni,
trouble.
so this
Hi,
is
Plump.
Interesting.
And that's like
is
something
the
too, like you
BP
don't want to hit tamers in this deck
17.
or the Crimson
We're
Blaze.
going to Alda. Okay. I think we must still be digging for Ancient.
I don't think they have
At
the
this
Ancient
point,
Blaze
I didn't even know what Proc was looking for. I
This
was
is
like, I don't
actually
know what's
for
happening.
14,
Sendro gets
16K.
deleted.
It's
Yeah,
so
and this is
unfortunate.
where I was like, the Cherubi would have been more
piercing?
viable.
Because it's the new Takuya, it should have piercing. Yep, one
Correct.
check.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think Curiosity's play here was she wanted to play out Sendril, and then Sendril
get the
would play
effects to
familiar
proc.
token, and then
Yeah.
Chaparral's protection effect would be live for Sendril. Unfortunately,
But because of that Crimson Blaze.
it removed that ability
I
to keep that
was,
token
yeah,
out
so we're
for the
rewatching it.
rotation.
Yeah. And
It was
then
definitely a tough
Gray.
decision.
Oh, no, taking it back. We're going to Digivolve 4-2 into promo.
Oh, how did you
Ooh,
do?
that must still be searching for Ancient
One
Grey.
Crimson, yeah.
But one of the advantages the Ancient Grey deck has is that they have access to more than just 4. Right?
So
Ancient
at this point, I was
Garurumon,
like, I
even
don't
though
know
there
if
is
I
a
should
second
be pulling out because I
available,
don't
it
have
really
anything
is
on the field.
not usable in the deck for the most part.
You got
Do you think
7th,
Cherubimon Ace was the
amazing.
right play before, or do you think leaving Chaperonemon?
I think the Cherubi
and
would have
going
been
to
the better
Sendril was
play.
better play?
I think Cherubi was the
It all
better
depends
play.
on the hand. If we had like a Shumon Searcher in hand,
Mm-hmm.
I think playing the Cherubimon Ace there would have been great, especially
Yeah,
since
I
we
was
could
dead
have
on board at
outlined
this point. I was like,
following turn.
I basically
Sure, we
was
risked
gonna
like
lose.
overflowing,
And it wasn't
and
like
etc. But considering it was
I
our
wouldn't say I
only
was
level 6 at the
bricked,
time,
but I
I
would
think
say
going for the
like
draws and going for like
there
going
wasn't
for
much I can
plays,
do to get
you have to think about
swinging
what you
out.
have now. You
Mm-hmm.
can't just like hope I
So,
draw into my next 6.
Looking at
I
it now
have
with
the
this type of
Cherubimon
deck,
now. If my opponent
it's
is
a
doing
matter of
this,
like
go for
getting
my
lethal
63,
and then
and I get some
swinging,
value out of it. But
not
maybe
just
they didn't
swinging
have
like
a
how I
follow-up
am.
4, you know, maybe they didn't have or 4
Yeah.
level 3 in hand to play off of it. It's just little things like that just
Yeah.
you don't know because we don't see the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's
Yeah.
not like in-person events where sometimes we get
And then I
that
just play out
little
another one.
sneak peek of the person's hand, what's going on in their hand, and
Yeah, it was a lot of
what they're
fun.
going to play, what they can potentially play, and where they're going next.
Right. So now Ancient
And this like
Greymon,
match felt
we're
so
gonna
far,
Shushu,
like so long. It was a
Shushu
long match
in
because we were
my
both searching for stuff so
something,
hard.
I imagine
Alda.
Alda.
Has to be Alda, because they're going to
Yeah.
go to 3. They'll gain another memory from Takuya. This is one of those matchups where
So
I feel like if you're facing off against Hybrid, you never really want to necessarily attack into security right off the bat, because if you hit Tamers, you're giving them inherently more value. So
Yeah.
I feel like you want
yeah.
to...
So like Panda brings up a good point. Like I am very new to like red hybrid stuff. So understanding that like I mean I understand hybrids in general, which means like the more tamers that are on the field, the worse you're going to have of a time. And I do run a Shine Ace in this deck, which is crazy. I know. Um so yeah, I think my biggest problem was I was just swinging into security whenever I had the chance to. And that was playing against me because I kept hitting those tamers. I kept hitting those other Digimon, or sorry, the tamers and the Crimson Blaze. So I think if I had kind of built up instead of swinging and just left the body standing, I would have definitely had a little bit more of a chance there, and definitely getting that Cherubi on the field, even with the overflow, I don't think it would have caused too much of a problem. I still would have had
Always
a beneficial
make sure
spot
you have
there.
game all on board first before you start checking.
Yeah, so
Attack,
Panda's
we're gonna
100% right
attack
there.
Into the suspended Pillowmon, makes sense.
I mean, use it.
And then I just
Minus
start
one
organizing my
security
eggs.
attack. All right, I'll just delete the body then. Like,
Yeah, I think you have to play very aggressive in this
We
format
just need-
too.
And I mean, I don't even think we need Ancient at this point. No, we do. We still need an Ancient. Did you evolve 4-2?
Yeah, so this is where the hybrids
still
start
good,
to
yeah.
like really take off, and I was like,
Here we
oh
go.
boy,
Attack.
I'm in trouble.
Hold on.
I was in a lot of trouble. At this point, I was
There's
like,
the
oh,
Oliver.
it's not gonna be good.
3. Very jealous they can do this.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like a lot of
There's no
a lot
delivery map.
of
Nope.
Digimon can do like a lot of
Actually,
free stuff. So,
or am I confused?
ooh, I like that.
Raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it also had raid,
forget
so
that
it
it
hits
has
the
raid.
Shumon.
And then piercing.
Ugh,
Yeah. Burning Grace.
yeah, it's a lot of info.
Vortex.
Vortex Resonance.
What's your
So-
take on Vortex Resonance? I prefer Digimon Liberator.
For now.
In these. Oh.
For now.
All right. You're not-
I like how
If you
Reese is
give-
like, what do you
If
think?
you give
And
me 3
for
more
now,
sets with Liberator cards,
for now,
Vortex Resonance.
Fair enough. All right.
yeah.
Like,
I think
the more
if I remember correctly, Liberator lets you play something. Option. Liberator lets you, I don't think it's Digivolve, is it? Yeah. So Digimon Liberator it's the searching is the same. You search 3 cards, you add 1 with the Liberator trait, but the difference is you play cost of 3 or less. So with this one is you can get your your Shumons out right away. Right? So it's like a cycle of what you would do with that. With the way, because I was running the Pillowmons, I didn't want to justify having the Digimon Liberator because of the fact that with the Pillowmons, if I have a Pillowmon in my hand, I can't play it out because it's not a Liberator, right? It specifies Liberator, if I remember. Or is it just any Digimon? Now I can't remember. Digimon. I just read it and now my brain went burr. Then you may play 1 card with the Liberator trait. Yeah, okay, so that's why. So the catch to that is if I only have the Pillowmons in my hand, I can't play out the I can't play out like a Liberator. It has to be a Liberator. So the Pillowmons can't play. So that's why I'm running just 1 of the Vortex Resonance right now. I don't think running more than 1 in this format, like you could run 2, right? You could run 2, but based on how the deck is set, I just didn't want to risk it. So that's why we run the Resonance over the Liberator. That's the word I was going in there. Did I go to bed full throttle? Oh yeah. I stayed up till like 2 a.m. And it is the same, but it's 1 less memory. Yeah. But you don't digivolve. So the difference is in Vortex Resonance, you're digivolving for a reduced cost of 4. So it's essentially a hidden potential with the proper cost that it should have been. Whereas the Liberator is
sets that
the
they
play
drop
cost
with
of
Liberator
same,
trait
and then it goes
cards,
from
the
there.
more Vortex Resonance is probably going to
So,
go up.
Yeah,
If you
I think
haven't
it's a
picked up your
good
4
card
copies
to
yet,
have.
I probably pick them up now.
I only have 2
because on the off
copies.
chance that the Liberator
And it does
cards
play in
make
Orisa
smash
as well,
and hit in
yeah.
the X8, which they might.
That's a nice part,
Then
but it
by the
plays
time you
only
pick
the
them
3
up in
cost one. So it
January
plays
or
the
February, it'll be too late.
Digimon Suspend to play a puppet
This board is
and
scary.
the promo.
Advice. We still don't have.
And you
ancient
can also
again?
play Wonder Stomp.
Hey, don't tell me what
Oh,
to
no,
do.
it has to be-
Don't tell me what
No,
I
it has
can
to be a
and can't
Digimon
do.
though. And Irisa's not a Digimon, so it can't play the Irisa out.
End of turn. Attack.
Unless it says 1 card.
1 check. I mean, I guess we go. What do we do?
I just keep adding
You
that
go into two.
Shumon.
Clear
So
the
this
board.
is what I mean by the cycling. Like the cycling on the promo Shumon is so good. So I think having 3 is better. Aw, that's a bummer. Death X is also very good. Yeah, they end up
'Cause
talking
they
about
have
that
5 bodies
too.
on board next turn, which means that they literally can't do anything.
I could have
with the
gotten it for
security unless
free,
you have something that's mass board removal.
which would have been
in
so
yellow,
nice.
that's not something that you
But I don't
commonly see
have
unless you're
a
playing
Death
cards
X in the
like,
deck right now because I'm running the Shine Gray.
Revelation of Light.
Oh, so Liberator, Digimon Liberator is
Yeah,
1
but
card
you're-
with
good
Liberator,
luck getting there in time.
but Vortex Resonance is 1 Digimon. And there's my 1 Shadow Serafi. Oh,
Shadow Serafi.
it was
they
in the wrong
left
spot.
The Shumon alone.
Mm-hmm.
At 1 memory, I think you're fine though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Shadow
you did
Serafi is a
train.
1 of right now. I might
you
increase it to
train and
2
go
though.
to
That
3.
D
We saw
Digivolve is
Shadow
really
Serafi
strong.
Ace, so we know she runs Shadow Serafi and Cherubimon Ace, and the Cherubimon Ace is still in the hand.
Yes.
So she can, in theory,
Was waiting
delete
for a
one
wide hand
Digimon on
or
the
wide,
attack deck.
Board.
In theory,
Mm-hmm.
and then if it's Shadow Serafi Ace,
So now I'm thinking like, okay,
she can
if I
redirect and
Digivolve,
block.
and I was thinking what it would look
It's
like
all
to
promos
get
if
me
there's
where I
a-
need to go. So I
all
could
promos if
Digivolve for
there's
free.
Ancient.
Ancient, finally, yeah.
It's literally a matter of
Death X
Digivolving
kinda
for
goes hard
free,
here, kind of.
Oh, Death
Then
X does a little bit. but yeah.
passing, and then going from there.
But I don't think there's.
So I didn't want to.
think-
I think I just played out the other stuff, and I
mean,
didn't
if
have a
you're on
Shumon
the
to
Shadow
play.
Serafi- I mean, I guess there's never a reason not to play Death.
So
X.
here's where I'm like, okay, I finally got a
You
Shumon
have to
that plays
convince yourself
Orisa.
not to play Death
I
X
lost
before
this
you-
first round, but I win the next 2.
I mean, with a Lord Nightmon X.
So this one I
format,
absolutely get
arguably
obliterated.
being like one of the top meta
I'm like
contenders,
fighting
I
a
would
cause that
still
I
think
should not
you
be
would
fighting.
want to run Death X.
So then here I
because
could
you're
play
gonna
out
see
an
a lot of
Orisa.
warrior building boards. I think the off chance here that we saw with Proc building up so many bodies and
Draw
stacks
and
is
then
mainly for
play.
the fact that
I was trying to
by
decide which
getting all
Orisa
those
to
tamers
play.
an advantage right there.
Which
that's what
I
gives you
logically
free
I was like,
boards to
if my
really do anything
Shumon
you
is
want.
Shushu is gonna get deleted, I'm gonna play out the Orisa. That's gonna let me play puppets.
Makes sense to me. No, I agree. No, I mean Death X. Really good guy. I would have went so hard. here.
Death X would have went
Yeah,
so well here. I
was,
agree.
Reduced by 12. We still would have passed turn, which is gross.
But you would delete everything because
Oh my
everything's
gosh,
level 5 right
I can
now.
see like their live stream chat, and some of the
are you-
people are like, the girl
Oh,
playing
yeah.
Shumon did
I
a
was
deck
gonna say,
profile. I
maybe one of these
did. I
people
did a
develop
deck
into
profile a
tournament
couple
right
days
now.
before,
Dude.
Nope. That's
and
the
they
funny
recognized
part.
my mask. They played
Nope.
There we
that.
go. Here it is.
I love that.
I
Let's
found it.
go.
Evil
So
for
after
one,
so
because the
much
promo
searching,
game is under that
finally
stack.
are there.
Shumon. Get the security out of here.
And I'm like, okay, let me do this again.
Oh, we get to play something because it got deleted.
Finally
Search.
searching stuff.
Oh.
There's Shapper.
Can
Thank
imagine
you,
if that was
it
the
is.
promo that's like -1 security. No.
I would have loved it to be. That's where I'm saying, like, if I had another -1 security,
no,
just
don't say
freaking play it out and be like,
There's too many
-1,
bodies, though.
no
That's
check.
The only thing. Like that's
Yeah.
the big issue right
Just
now.
keep dropping
There's
them.
That's promo Orisa.
Yeah, and I made the memory counter myself too. So it's like it's just the same paper I use for my tokens,
Another Shumon.
and
This
I
one being
like
set Shumon.
vinyl laminated it with clear vinyl.
And then attack for game.
I really like it actually,
Right.
but some of the
So
numbers on the
both
yellow
players
side are a
currently
little bit
final
light, so
6,
that's why I like
just,
colored the
Red
1 and the
Hat
2 in.
able to, do their thing.
Yeah, so I completely lost this
utilize
round.
their tamers, Digivolve
Yeah.
into 4s, attack with them, get some value out the whole time. I
So
think
now
this,
is when we go into high gear, because then I'm like, okay, now I know how to play this deck.
Central?
Central?
Yeah,
I always
Central.
thought
Cinderella,
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Yeah, puppets could have. I think the biggest thing for puppets is they could have. I think they could have just taken.
I
The
think
ace
I
play
should have
while
just
they
played the
could.
I would have taken
Cherubi.
the ace play and then alliance.
Oh,
and just started
Venus
bashing
Mon
face,
is
'cause the faster
terrifying
you
in
check
this
security
format.
against red hybrid, the faster that they can't, retaliate against you.
Yeah.
And the fact that that Crimson Blaze came out at that exact moment, I was kind of like,
It
I
hurt.
see where
Yeah.
Curiosity's play is going here. I know she wants to set up Sendril so she can have protection for it.
That
the next
Crimson
turn.
hurt.
But with Crimson Blaze, that kind of already hoses your strategy there. And
Yeah.
I think from that point on forward, it was really hard for her to develop a new stack.
Oh, interesting.
She saw her forwards, but I don't
In
think
the
she ever saw
Cherubi
another
deck, you
5
mean,
after that.
Fury?
I just don't think we ever had a chance to.
Your
go
Angar deck,
count from
yeah.
4 to 5.
We never got to
every
4.
Time they went into 4, they passed turn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They just didn't have the plays.
Oh, I see
I
what
like
you're
how
saying.
today some
Okay.
decks are, can you count to 4? And it's like, yes. I'm playing against Mirage. And then it's like, no. I'm asking, do you have the level 4? I'm like, oh.
It's better to hit a level 6
You're talking
install.
about that
Yeah,
4.
I see. I see what you're saying. That's true. So now we're deciding what order to go.
I think a Cinderella. Like we just break. It was a little bit of a break on the Cinderella.
I want to go second.
I would go second as Sendril.
So-
because if you're Sendril, the best
I literally
thing
was like,
here
I'm
is
going
to-
second.
Be responsive.
Well, think about it this way. Red hybrid decks don't necessarily run like your training option cards. They always run, Tamers
So-
and Digimon. So they're either going to give you
Yeah.
2 or 3 memory on average for their opening play.
Yeah, there's no one memory play.
Correct.
There's no chunk to one unless Uko. But
Yeah, but we
I don't
didn't.
think Red Hybrid has room for Uko.
I think they've dropped Uko as a thing because you have so many.
I get a
Tamers now.
little
You're
bit
kinda
more
just like,
advantage
hit my
going
security, do it. If
second
you don't-
than I
if you
do
don't-
going
If you don't
first.
end the game on the turn you take all my security, I am going to come for you and literally just wipe out all your security as well.
And the pawn chess mons were always nice because they digivolve for 1. But again, I'm not running those right now.
We have the BT
So I try to get it to be second.
promo Goonie.
Mastay always go second. There's no question. Mastay going first is hard,
In our hand next turn.
but Mastay going
Just
second is
hold
great.
This is gonna go.
Yeah, so this is the better.
Yep.
This is like way better now. So we have the right Shumon, and then we're gonna start kind of messing with things real fast here.
Rechecks.
I'm double checking my memory because I have 2, so that I'm like, okay, that's a lot to play with. So I'm like, let's play Searcher, choke at
Yeah,
1,
it's the good ancient
They both have
gray.
their merits.
and then I lose my Shine
It's
Gray.
interesting because BT4 went down to like
Hi,
$30
Renegade.
a box, and now it jumped
It's
back
been
up to
so
like
long.
$45.50 because of the
So-
ancient gray one.
I was having a laugh here. I was like, it's literally been like, what do I choose? Because the Liberator and the Puppet are literally the same Chaperone.
You also get the. That's how you get the promo, right? Oh wait, no, those weren't box toppers for that.
Correct.
Huh?
We did not have
Yeah.
like included sealed box toppers for a long time in the card game. They were like, oh, if your store got them, you got them.
Yeah. That was lame.
So yeah, it was a
Goonie
1 check with the
attacks, but
physical
doesn't warp into
training.
Ancient, so missing ancient again.
Oh, why
Um,
then?
Draw Koro.
Oh, that flame.
Okay, this is our chance.
So there it
of,
is. So I have to be careful. His big boy is in
So
his
they
hand.
attacked, and then
They attacked, and then they.
So
played
he was supposed to
Flame,
do
and
a
then played
draw,
Ancient.
and then he
How are
was
they playing
supposed
Flame?
to. They just
Wait,
hard played it
What do you mean?
they attacked.
because they forgot
Yeah,
to
they
trigger the
attacked with
Koromon.
Goonie, Did not use the effect to go into Ancient Gray, and then they hit
There we go.
into a training.
So we had
and
to get that
then-
fixed.
Oh, I missed the training part.
Ooh.
That's what I missed. I looked
Yeah.
away from
Oh,
it.
I'm so
sorry.
excited for that Renegade. That's gonna be so fun.
But now this is a chance, like, just clear these bodies.
So now
If
we
you
can start
clear
getting them
both here,
cleared.
you're in a really strong position here. Don't go after the security. Go after the Digimon itself.
Yeah,
Digivolving.
the only problem is there.
So now I have to start thinking on how I'm gonna get these off.
Correct.
You did just see them get the. They did just get.
So I
the
play out the
Ancient Gray,
Arisa
so
for
you're like,
memory.
Yeah, you don't want to
which
deal with
combo
that.
is worse?
And then I think it was deciding on the
I think you just have to-
Chaperone that
I think
is
you're
the
have
play
to
a level
do
3
that.
or the
You get
Chaperone
them.
that's the
You
DP
don't- you have the
minus.
yellow tamer,
And I'm
so
trying
you
to
can
figure out how to
actually-
get both of them off the
you can Go
field.
for the trade. Oh no! Yeah, if you have the level 5.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Okay,
training for
perfect.
free.
Oh, I'll never remember which Chaperone.
So this is where this was
EX7, I believe.
perfect. So this was great for me because this is the EX7 Chaperone. So it plays at the level 3, which sets me up for another level 4, which I loved. And I was trying to think of how do I get rid of both of these Digimon at once. And I was like, I think this was a 6,000, if I remember, and I'm 7. And then my Wanya would give -2. So theoretically, my Wanya wants to DP reduce this. And then I'm trying to DP reduce
Also, this
the
is
other
one
one.
that will let you minus 6k something.
It will on play when digivolving, I believe.
So
Let
they're
me pull
talking
up
about
that
the
one. I should have this one.
They're talking about
Actually,
the ST one, and this is the
minus 6K
EX7.
one, and then there's the one that I guess it's the one that lets you play.
yeah,
This
you
one's
play
the play level 3.
and that's it.
Oh, that's all it does. Okay. Well, you can still clear board here, which is good.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because
I think it was 6.
We are playing the Wynamons from BT 18.
Yep, so we're
which is when
DP
attacking
reducing.
minus 2k something.
So I'm trying to math here. I'm like, does the
You gotta
math
clear the board.
math?
Don't go after security. You gotta clear the board. Please.
This is where I'm literally like.
They're gonna get the tamer either way, right?
Yeah,
I
it
love to
doesn't
hear them
matter.
stressing
you
out.
You have to get rid of like. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Are we just doing?
So we're
that?
double checking. We're double
memory is
checking
correct,
memory
and I
because
think this
I
is- we
accidentally
did
slid
give
too
our
many.
opponent 2,
Yes.
and the rookie evos for a reduced cost of 1.
Correct.
And then we get and then the
Yeah.
tamer gave us back a memory. So I think
Math is hard.
Everything checks out. I don't think anything's weird here. Sorry.
I mean, it could be a little
So,
weird.
yeah.
I mean, the thing about Syndromon is she controls mice familiars.
So I go for 1,
What's weird about that?
Uh,
and then this is where it helped because I was like, okay, now
why
I can
aren't
do
we
stuff.
Evoing? Why aren't we attacking first?
So I want to play another Orisa.
Evo, and we're gonna play another Orisa. Okay.
I love these new Digimon effects, by the way. Where
And what's
when
really nice
digivolving,
is you guys have all seen it already, but in my deck, I had to get the alt art Orisas, so I know the difference between all 3.
if you have 1 or less tamers, you can play this tamer, and I'm just like, give me that for Ty. Give it.
It
to
is
me.
such a useful.
For Lobomon. What?
Okay, so here I'm like, I gotta go into the Digimon.
Does
I
Strabi
can't
play,
let him build.
Koji's?
Which Strabi? There's a Strabi that plays any tamer with inheritable when attacking for a reduced cost of 2. And then there is a Strabi that's on
Yeah, so now I start mathing.
What if Proc has a big brain play here? And he's
So I
like
try to swing
Garudamon
through him.
ace?
And then he has to decide to resolve his effects.
I mean, yeah. Right, it's an honor. I've said for multiple times it's an honorary red hybrid, man.
And pretty much, I agree with you.
Oh, but we were just resolving playing
Yeah.
the
The board is clear.
Yep. Go to 3 memory now,
Oh.
so
Which we kind of knew that was.
So now that's a memory
that was
setter.
gonna happen in the on deletion. Too good. Well, we did clear board.
So
And then go into
I'm
Chapper. Do we not have
thinking
level
here of
6?
trying. I don't have the Syndrol yet. I know that. Or at least maybe I didn't. Or I had the blocker one. I wasn't sure.
But there's nothing in raise, so you do have the opportunity here to kind of just Evo for 3 and put them exactly to 3 and then just build a wider board, because what are they going to do? They have to then basically commit memory for the Crimson Blaze here for 2.
The Searcher. Yeah. This Searcher's so good.
I
The Searcher's
agree.
so-
My deck was so
Yeah, I agree
consistent
with
in this
you.
match.
If it was like Huckmon still reigns as the best Searcher
I
in
still
the
think,
game,
like, based on
but
my board, I was
he's
like,
the
I don't
greater
need
Searcher.
another level 3 right now.
I'm telling you, after they
And I'm
moved
pretty
Pokemon
good.
and Nemon from white card status to color status, I'm really wanting Bandai to just say Sistermon Blanc, Sistermon Seal.
But they're worse now.
You've been upgraded to red, but your effects are terrible. But you're upgraded to red, which means Jessamon can actually Evo over them now.
It's like, hi, let me
That'd
be
be perfect.
colorful.
I'm not a fan of Nemon, man.
I don't think
Back then,
anyone
I
ever
always
is a
played-
fan.
So I overclocked
Ugh,
because
the
I
fact that
could.
it's, why did we do a check?
Overclock.
Overclock, got it.
I felt like I was in a
Overclock,
pretty
so,
good board state, even with the
Curiosity
effects triggering.
yeeted
I
a
thought
Shumon and
I yeeted.
survived with the
I love that.
since it's a Flamon, and then now
Yeet.
What did we tuck under? Was that Alda?
that was the
No.
promo, Aguni.
And I had to ask him too. I was like, wait, what did we tuck
Yeah.
under?
Now you're on a clock.
'Cause tucking is a
Curiosity
problem.
Has to get in gear here and just start taking out all the security.
Yeah.
Hey, Grey Wolf. I
I
felt like I
think
was in a pretty wide
if I'm not
board here,
mistaken,
so I
she
could
has
have
2
game next
Arisas,
round.
So she'll go to 3
Mm-hmm.
regardless. Because I think
I
those
wish
are
I had the other
Memphexers.
Arisa too, though.
Pretty sure.
I definitely was
And
wishing I
then
had the
after
other
that,
Arisa in my hand, but I
If she
didn't.
has Sendril is actually her best play, because then she can attack with Shu first, then go individually.
I got
with each,
173rd.
other Digimon. Now the only downside
place.
here is
I
that
could have done better,
she
but I
won't
had
be
a
able
lot of
to
fun.
Take the game completely because there's 4 security.
We had a little
and even
moment
with
when we got in our
Sendrilmon's
heads,
overclock
but
effect
we
at the end of
managed to
turn,
get out of it and
you
have
can
a
only
good time.
activate 1 instance of overclock.
Right.
Imagine if Overclock
So-
was multiple.
Weird.
Oh,
Weird. End of turn
would have been
things
beautiful.
can happen
If Overclock was
all the
multiple,
time.
I
Even-
would
even
love it.
Ancient, I don't know if Are you aware of some of the rulings for end of turn ancient
Ugh.
gray and Garurumon effects?
Not really. Enlighten me on that one.
All right, so there's one particular interaction that I like is that if you let's say okay, we have the end of turn Takuya Koji on board.
Oh,
Yeah.
how did it go
Let's say we're
today?
at
I forgot to
0
ask.
memory
Mhm.
for the sake of
You
discussion.
didn't feel good?
You
That's not
digivolve
good.
into Burning Greymon. Burning and Takuya inheriting
Yeah,
now
practicing
says,
is
end of
good.
turn,
We got to play
attack.
more
Burning
locals, like or
Greymon
just
will
like
attack
casuals
when
in
attacking,
Discord too.
Evo into a Goonie, Evo into Ancient Gray.
Yeah, the cycle for
that
Ancient
follow?
Gray is
Okay.
Yes, that follows.
insane.
That tracks. No,
Ancient
the Gatsu
Greymon-
play.
I don't remember what the
Ancient
Gatsu
Greymon
does
will
off the
not
top of my
delete
head,
itself at the end at that point.
but it's annoying, and I
Interesting.
wanted it off the field.
Because you've already passed end of turn timing because you used
That's all I know.
You went from end of turn into attacking, right? Because it was a Burning Greymon. You did not have
Can't
the
play by
effect to
effects.
use
Oh yeah,
to
yeah,
delete
yeah, yeah.
yourself
That's
at
right.
the
That's
end of
right.
Your turn.
It's like
And
the
now
Crimson
end of turn
Blaze,
is no longer happening. You've
but a
passed that
Digimon.
trigger.
Mhm.
We are going to
Aw.
end of we went in that time we went into Kaze, into Alda, which
Wait,
Kaze,
what?
I think,
Suspends.
Should have suspended.
One of my
something. Now
wins.
we're
So he was
attacking
gonna drop
into
after, but we won one
Shapper. I
entrance.
believe we
Oh
should
my
be attacking into
gosh.
Shapper.
I
There's
feel
no
like if
piercing,
you're
though, right?
That's
the
hard.
other-
I
it's
feel
just
like
an
if
end
you're
of turn
planning
attack.
to
No, it's
drop,
an end of turn attack.
Yeah, and then this Alda is
Then
actually really big throughout.
just
the
give the
turn,
other
right? Or does
person
it
the
lose
2
its,
at that
status
point,
buff at
you
the
know?
end?
It loses the status buff at the end.
Okay.
So
So I have a pretty
now,
wide board now. So I have to just
we can
like
clear
get
board
another
today.
body out and swing,
Do
swing,
it.
swing.
It depends on how we want to clear board because we have the
Well, if it's
Linamon
do
that
it.
gives us a -2k. The -2k could go into the Alda, removing that stack entirely. But do we do that?
I'm
and
risking a
leave
Syndrome here.
The Gatsumon on board.
I think you attack with Sendril, delete Gatsu.
Yeah.
And then afterwards you go into Sendril, and then Sendril can attack
Overclock. Oh no, I can't attack over
with
Digimon though.
Overclock.
If we haven't seen it yet, but if we do have level 6, this is a good time for it. Yeah, I agree. Actually.
Yeah, so the catch with the
Let me pull up
Syndril is
new
that it
Syndrome one.
can't.
I don't think a lot of players run the
And I didn't
starter
have
deck
it. I had the
Syndril.
blocker
think
one.
the,
I had the starter one.
The Sat one is the most
So I literally do the
Yes,
opposite of
I
them.
agree.
She has
So-
she has it in hand, or they have it in hand.
I think I swing
I can't spell.
to remove.
I keep thinking Cinderellamon.
I mean, we do have Pumpkinmon. We have I don't think we have a Ratmon, unfortunately.
Mm.
Cinderelli.
Sandra.
So I do pop
Okay, so
that
we do
because I
attack,
wanted
and
it
we
gone.
attack
It does mean I
security.
attack
I
security.
mean, what else are you gonna do?
Oh, fair.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I know that sucks. I was like,
Not
oh,
good.
tamer.
Not good.
So at
that's
this
the
point, I was like,
monster
okay,
too.
now I'm
Oh,
safe.
no.
Yeah, like
It's the memory
you
center
gotta
one. I
clear
was
the board
freaking out.
here of
I was freaking
everything,
out.
but this is where Overclock can really come in handy here.
So I was trying to decide which one is more valuable to Digivolve on. And I think having the blocker standing is more threatening than having it suspended. And I could still activate the
into Alda.
overclock regardless.
Okay, there we go. We're playing 2 puppet. Oh,
But I
this is the starter deck
can't
one
get
that-
it off the
I think,
field. Oh no, it's still my
Perry
turn
just
though.
mentioned that too. I was like, I don't know
So-
the spoiler. I haven't looked at the list. Like we're kind of just hopping tables this time, so we have literally zero information.
Perry in
on
the chat like
what
knows what's up.
players are
Thank
playing.
you.
So let me go ahead and.
Wait, which Cinderella is this?
This is the starter deck one. Starter deck one plays 2 tokens versus 1.
So I gave them both rush. So this is how
okay,
I
okay,
start
okay.
DP minusing the daylights out of this thing.
Hopefully, when we said Cinderella, we don't get demonetized.
Cinderella. No, Disney, why?
Now my question becomes:
So now it's -6. So I was like, okay, now we're good. And then I swing to kill it.
Did we have to attack into security if this was?
Oh no, I go into security. That's right.
Oh,
And then I
Shumon
swing
goes
Shumon.
in. Wait, they had all the checks.
Yeah, they had all because
Yeah,
the tokens. The
'cause I
tokens
had
get
lethal,
rushed
that's right.
With the tamer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So-
why Memory Fixer.
So I was like, if I didn't have, I was afraid of an ace. And then when I swung the 2 tokens, there was no ace. So I was like, okay. And then I was tempted with the Syndrome. I was like, I could swing. So I had 2 ways I could have done it. I could have swung over to delete his body. He'd play out a tamer. And then I would swing with the Shumon, get that security, play something, overclock to finish the game. Because overclock does count as an end of turn. But I was like, I could keep it on the field. It'll be fine, but my brain was not thinking right.
Gives you rush.
Oh my god.
So
Promo isn't used, if I recall, and then
Right.
set is
yeah, it was good.
Messed that one up.
That was a fun game.
I don't know, I got lost in it. Yeah, I
But,
didn't realize they just have all
Yeah,
these
we did
actions.
really well there.
Yeah.
Purple Hybrid is
Especially after
rough.
the game one where like Crimson Blaze first check kind of ruined everything.
Crimson
Mhm.
Blaze always makes me scared if I'm playing like
That
one of those,
Crimson
"I
Blaze
play tokens
really
for
threw me
free." So like
off.
Diaboromon, I'm always like, please don't be Crimson Blaze. Please don't be Crimson Blaze.
Mm-hmm. Getting rid of the Gatsu was huge.
I have
So
another
getting rid of
turtle
the
here.
Gatsu was
Haha.
everything there,
Yeah.
for sure.
The Gatsu.
Oh. Yeah, so I think I have to like
don't think-
whenever it
And if
comes to a
anything,
floodgate,
I
it
think
has
we
to
could've
be
made
gone,
some
especially with
plays.
Syndrome. And I think the Wanyamon is such a big card to help with that. Like the Wanya does really well on that.
We got 17 minutes left in round 2. This has been a really good back and forth between the players. I really
It was so
enjoyed,
much fun.
seeing the elements of Red Hybrid, how they've shifted with the addition of Special Booster 2.0, and seeing Syndromon still being competitively played and used is actually also really nice, because I feel like in Digimon sometimes we see a one format deck that shows up and then it's just gone for like 6-7 sets before it's brought back.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's nice to play, like, I know that they won't get far all the time, but it is so nice to play non-meta deck. I don't know, maybe that's my thing. I just play decks that aren't meta, and we try to root for the underdog in that it will become meta. We gotta start slowly reviving Mass Day, but we'll talk about Mass Day later. Don't worry, my Mass Day is still with me. She's still here. I still love her. But I have some thoughts on it.
Tough to get
Not in a bad
legacy
way.
support
Not in a
for
bad
some
way, but
decks.
just I want to show you guys my brain
that's
space.
my main thing I think about.
Yeah, off meta decks
Because
are
at this
fun.
point, we have we saw a few
Sakuya!
3 Musketeers list,
Oh,
but
Sakuya's
honestly,
getting
I don't
support.
think the support is enough to...
Well, the support isn't,
And that's
support,
where I think
right?
I think that's where
completely
Mass Day
new
is
deck.
going.
Correct.
Actually,
And
is
that's the
Purple
thing,
Hybrid.
like, if you
the
came
same
from BT7 and then you're like, oh, I'm adding 3 Musketeer stuff, it's not exactly cohesive, but
I
it
forget
adds
what
a
we were
little
talking
bit.
about here,
Not
but
much, but a little
how are
bit.
we gonna finish
Yeah,
a
the only-
game 3 in
realistically, the only
16
playable
minutes? I
cards
was like, there's
are-
no way.
If you're trying to
Oh,
go
it's
back to
Halmon,
the
that's who it is.
BT7
Right.
Or BT, I think 6, BT6, 3 Musket.
Oh,
Series
Shine
decks,
Gray
only
with the
playable
Marcuses.
cards are
Ooh.
like the Balestar Ace and the Balestar X are realistically the only 2 cards you can play to update an old 7 or an old 3 Musketeers deck. None of the new stuff. They're not 7 cost options. They all care about using the new options.
I had to
and it's
count
just- it's
my
kind of
security. I was like,
unfortunate that
don't mess up now. Don't end
Red
up with the
Hybrid
wrong
chooses
amount
to
of
go first,
security
by
and
the way,
then
once
call it
again,
game.
starting with Undeletion Strabi or Flamemon.
Flamon.
And
Yep.
What a search. Unfortunate search there.
Venusmon and
So,
Shumon is super
I
strong.
always
Yeah.
have a rule
I agree.
personally
I think it would be
when you
good to
play
play.
a searcher like that and you reveal 2
You
of the
currently have
same
9
card,
decks
and it's
built.
something that
What?
you need,
Radica, we
you
gotta
have to take
play.
it because you're not going to see it again.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
We definitely have to play.
Opting to just play the promo Arisa, or not promo, the set Arisa.
The S
So now when her tokens get deleted, we will
That's the
see
EX
a
one.
body replace it immediately.
So I didn't have a level 4, and my logic was
That's
I need
actually
to get
really
a tamer
good
out
right
as
there.
fast
So we
as I can.
search, we find
And then I lose the Shadow Seraphie
Shu,
again.
Chaperone,
Ugh,
and
it hurts.
Shadow Seraphie.
But
Now, the
we
funny
still got
thing
max
here is
value.
The Shumon adds a puppet, and then it also adds a liberator. And
Yeah.
because Shu and Chaperone
all
are
have
both puppet
double
and liberator,
trait.
you get to add both of them.
All double trait. So it's great.
The only thing here, though, is we did put our opponent to a lot of memory.
I gave way too much memory. It hurt.
Right, we had to play the Arisa, and then we played the Shumon. So this is a lot of memory.
Yeah, it was a
Our
tough
opponent can
choice.
now go into a Goonie, or promo Goonie, go into Ancient,
Yeah.
and keep turn.
And I think they
Basically,
go
we're
very
kind of
early.
looking to see if we could choke to 1 or 2, so we get more memory on our following turn. But
And we're thinking. We're
yeah, so
braining.
we know they had the promo Goonie from the search.
Do they have the Ancient Gray is the question for 3 security bash here? That'd be crazy.
It looks
So
like
we
they
attack the
don't.
security. No effects again.
And oh, that beautiful physical training was
How many
saving my
Ancients do you run,
butt.
Proc?
The answer better be 6. I don't know what to tell you, man.
I'm blown away here.
I
Because
like how they're
normally,
like,
I
where
don't
are
promote
they?
unless I go
We're like,
full
it's
combo,
6.
but like, I guess.
No, I mean, I get it on some level. Like you have to get aggressive. Like we just got pretty much
Yeah.
OTK'd in the
So
last
this is where I'm
game.
like, okay, I could
Like, the puppet deck
reduce for 1
does
and then
use
reduce
plays
for 1.
uninterrupted.
So
They
it actually
will,
really
play
works well.
spells
And
out
he
of
had a
game.
Digimon on field, so I gained the
Just
memory
kinda
off the
going for it, hoping
Orisa.
the Koromon draw would get us there.
Oh no, not Crimson,
No
please, no Crimson.
Crimsons.
All right.
I was
Dust,
greedy, but I
activating
wanted the
our
Orisa to play out a search.
playing
Search
or I
again.
said puppet, yeah.
I was greedy though. I was
There's the
very
4. We
greedy.
needed the 4. That's what we were looking for.
Yeah, that is what we were looking for.
We're gonna take the promo Shumon,
Yeah.
not the set.
So
one.
Yeah.
the reason why I took the promo
guess
over
trying to
the
get a
set
little value
was
going.
because
Alright,
I
Evo
only run
4,
2,
2. Oh,
whereas the
one.
other ones I run 4. Yeah.
This will play an Orisa. I believe.
Yep.
No, this is the
Orisa
overclock one.
But no
So
Arisa in hand.
no luck for that
We're
one.
gonna maybe crack the.
I'm debating on
physical
it to go into the
training,
level
we know
5.
that she has Chaperomon in hand.
But I'm debating on like, do I leave him at 1 or do I?
Oh, this is not the one. that
maximize the
plays,
value.
Sorry, this is the Shumon from the starter deck that has Overclock.
Oh, it's
and
5k. Okay, so yeah, she can
Yeah.
already take this out. The Aguni.
She can clear board.
Yeah.
Was it Kiara or was it Wanya underneath?
Wanyas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always the Wanyas.
Man, that Wanya is so valuable.
And I just cleared it. I swung into it.
Really good, but we have the memory setter once again.
Yeah, the Wanya is
This
very
last
useful.
game.
Oh, great.
We can, but we can training into.
They're making me laugh.
Or any level 5, honestly.
Yeah, so now I go in for a
Chapter,
cheaper
this is the one
cost.
that, again,
This one plays out a level 3.
3.
Play out a
Which we have,
searcher.
But
Or I'm not gonna play security. I'm gonna play a searcher.
Oh.
we just got all the.
We're just
things.
searching
and
our
there's the
butts.
Sendril, and you can add
hit.
Wonder
And the Wonder
Stomp
Stomp.
because Wonder Stomp I think is Liberator trait.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so sweet. It was so sweet to hit max value on that. Because like the Wonder Stomp has the Liberator trait, just like the Vortex Resonance also has the Liberator trait. So it was crazy to just like hit it and be like, I take Sindril as my puppet and Wonder Stomp as my Liberator. Ha! Let's keep going.
Absolutely.
So
it's
now
just
I
a
could
game that
technically
we're
play a
playing
Wonder
like out of
Stomp and
stock
play out
right now.
another level 3 if
At
I
this
want.
point, you probably
But
just
like,
Evo
there's
straight
nothing
into
on the
that
board.
Sendril because there's no point in
Yeah.
Yeah, because if Evo's for 4, you keep
Yeah.
turn, you get to delete one of your, you get to overclock.
Yep.
And just establish a board.
So what I play with now too in like my deck is the on play Pawn Chessmon. So that one, the inheritable is reboot. So ideally for situations like this, had I had the other pawn chess underneath, I could digivolve into Sindril and then end of turn overclock and then reboot, which is really, really clean. But
Putting
I'm
up
not
really
running them
good
right now
security
because I
with
replaced them out with the
Yeah.
Pillowmons.
And at that point, they basically would have to somehow be able to clear your body without
So I was deciding at this point, I was deciding, this is why this part takes so long. I was
That makes
deciding
sense,
between
because that
Vortex
token is gonna provide
Resonancing
protection
to
to
get the
Chaperomon.
Sindril out so I can get some more search,
There is a
or to
security
just go right
discount
into
if you-
it. So
I guess
that's
it
where I was
depends
like,
on which-
oh, which way do I go? And I
No,
wanted to leave them
it
with less
depends
memory.
on-
So this
Okay.
was the way to
Oh,
leave
there's
less
a
memory.
filter?
Ooh.
Vortex
This is why
Resonance?
this is literally like a Vortex. It's like a hidden potential, but better.
Oh, Valkyrie.
I
not
lost
ace
the
is kinda
Valk.
Funny,
Oh.
'cause
Yeah.
it's kind of funny.
So we literally hit I think we've already hit, we bottom decked the Shadow Seraphi. We bottom decked the Shine Gray, if I remember in this one. Oh, welcome, DigiPanda. Thank you. Welcome to the chaos. So at this point here, I was literally like, my Shadow Seraphi is gone. I think with this one, I lost my Shine Gray already, and those are my one-ofs. And I was like, oh, I guess my one-of Valkyrie is no longer here either. Hi, DigiPanda. Let me see if I can give you, I think I can do a shout out. Let me hook you up here. SO and then boom. Does it work? Yeah. There you go.
Playing a lot.
But you
Welcome to
can't
the
grab it,
stream.
though. That's the only unfortunate.
Your
thing.
commentating is peak. It's so funny.
Vortex Resonance,
I love
and then
it.
we Digivolve for a reduced cost of 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Into something that's Liberator trait in your hand. Now, if I recall correctly, you don't have.
We're
to
reliving
digivolve
my
into
regrets
something
of
that
not
you
keeping
hand,
the
it's something
Cherubi
that's in
ace
your
on the
hand.
field for round 1.
No, I think.
Ugh.
Run this by me. Do we overclock here?
You need
think the answer
puns.
is
Oh my
yes.
gosh, we should come up with pun
Oh,
lists.
okay.
I would,
There you go.
because you want to minimize the number of bodies on board. Because if you have
All of the
if your
puns
opponent
locked.
has
It will
Crimson Blaze, you
happen.
can do really silly
It's
things.
like apparently it's like a big shift. You like 1 second you're
But
just
what
like
about- yeah, but I
normal
was gonna say,
language,
what
and then you
on
have
the
a
same
kid,
note,
and then
if
it's
that
just
top
like
check
all the
was
puns
Crimson
come out.
Blaze,
You'll
So
have all the
one
Digimon
ancient
content
gray
ready to
now.
go.
Flamon in the back.
well, that's not that. I mean,
So
with
my
the
biggest
new
fear here is like
Agumon,
hitting a
Red-Eyes
Crimson
can
Blaze
recycle from
insecurity.
packs now, so
Also
they
true.
could
There's the
If
Crimson.
the shoe
There's
fits,
the Crimson.
stop.
play for 3.
Here they
Yeah,
come.
This is what I was
All
worried
the
about
puns.
now.
And you
we
can't
can-
play by effects now, so the familiar tokens that you would play next
Yeah.
turn are kind of stuck.
That was like the other thing.
Yeah,
It was so
oh,
funny
gosh,
yesterday. I
hard
already told you,
play.
Panda, about it.
That's so much
But
memory.
for those, I don't know if we heard it already, but so Panda mentioned somewhere in this is like Syndrome just stomps over everything. And for those of you that saw, I don't know if I shared it with Chad actually. I named my deck was like Syndromon leaves no shoes behind at the dance or at the Bandai ball. So it was really funny. So I was just laughing. But it's great. So yeah, we're
That's smart,
by
though,
Central.
removing all the elements that you can use for protection, and then
Yeah.
afterwards going for the on play.
It was hard.
And for the whole turn, we can't play by effect.
You know what's funny though?
Hmm.
Curiosity is at 3 security, so if she has long key,
I have a lot of memory. And I think we bottom decked the long key, and it's the only one. I only ran one with long key, which is kind of a bummer.
I mean, you
If I
just
had
build it
two,
back
it's just
right
like
now,
hard play,
like-
hard play, hard play.
Yeah, I mean.
And the
if you have
Crimson Blaze is
Digivolve,
out now, and it hurts.
You can Digivolve in the back, just like off starters. I mean, you could. Okay, we.
So
went to that.
I'm just gonna build in the back as far as I can, and
We
just
are playing
let
so
this
many
sit.
aces that potentially.
Oh, Shadow Serafi Ace here would be.
I wish we had two.
hilarious.
I'm like convinced I'm gonna bring it up to
stuff
2.
Like that is where my mind is going to.
I don't
just 'cause,
know. Like a lot of people are saying the
we can't
Valkyrie
let
Ace
this
is more
insecurity go
valuable,
unanswered, I feel.
but having that
You can't
Digivolve
Cherubi
is
Ace,
just
though.
so
Like, there's no
good.
value in Cherubi acing at this point.
No,
If you
Cherubi Ace
could
would be
Ruin,
not the greatest.
Ruin would be good.
Ruin would be really good here because then it stops your
Yeah.
opponent from.
So
really doing
even though
much
I
with
know we
their
usually push
hybrid
out, I
play
was like,
and
I'm
also
not. I'm
their,
just gonna build
raise play. So then all they have to work with is the ancient gray play.
because I don't think they can beat me this turn with 3
So I
security.
think we've lost that route just because we've
Exactly.
in the back, which,
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
the
true.
play. If that's
When
what
this
our hand is,
when this leaves the field effects don't trigger.
play training.
Oh,
there's
Galaxy would be
Cherubi
so good.
Cherubi Ace is probably the worst thing to find right here.
Yeah. I still took it anyway because I can get 2 tokens out and then
on play
Cherubi
level
Ace.
5
Like,
would actually be threatening.
but we're gonna just -1 it.
-1 security, the ancient gray.
It's not the greatest because they will still go to 3, but at least it's a -1. So I was trying to just slow them down,
Yeah,
and that was the
one plus
goal.
3.
Wasn't
Because-
played by effect.
I can get
Mhm.
next turn and hope for the
does
best.
only activate if you play by effect.
No. I'm talking about the Arisa Tamer because the Arisa Tamer, when you play a puppet,
Oh, the
type
other
Digimon, I
Arisa,
think by
yeah.
effect, you can suspend it to give that Digimon.
Yeah.
rush.
So all of my Arisas are different looking for
But
the
at
sole
this point,
purpose
think I'm
of
mixing
I
up all
can't
the
tell the
different
difference between
Tamers,
any
'cause
of them.
there's so many of them.
They all look the same too. Like Arisa's literally like a peace sign in every single one. Like the shiny one, peace sign. The paper, like the regular non-foil one, peace sign. The EX7 one, peace sign. I'm like, I don't know which one's which. So I just bought the alt arts. So now I have the alt arts for one, the foil for the ST, and then the promo is non-foil. So they all look different now, which makes my life so much easier.
Card.
Because like
Did you
even
see how
for play
expensive
cost, I'm like, I
BT14
can't
eggs
know
are
the
getting?
difference.
I have my pre-release set. I'm very happy about it.
Did you
This
just
should be only
sub?
one check because of the
What?
Digimon,
Yep.
Okay.
Panda!
Blitz.
Thank you for the Prime sub. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait, do
You
we
are
have-
amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank
Okay.
you for using
This
your
is
free
our
Prime
chance.
sub on me. I really appreciate that.
Does Puppet take this?
I appreciate that so much. Thank
Come
you.
on.
We have
Out.
training. We go to 3.
Yeah, so
we
now
have
I was like,
training,
I
we
was
can go
ready.
into our 6 and just and then
Rush.
Stop!
Yeah, if we have the starter deck,
Yep.
that's it right there.
Now there's only one issue.
Hmm.
A second Crimson Blaze.
You know, sometimes you just
Panda!
Nah, I know, right? Like,
Stop, I'm gonna cry. Don't make me cry. Panda, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. No. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will say thank you 1,000 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody who got a sub, make sure you say thank you. Panda, you are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate you so much. And it's like, it's so nice to finally be able to like chat with you and like hang, like, oh my gosh, thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.
Like, what are you gonna
oh my
do?
gosh. Oh, I'm
All right,
like,
Shumon
oh,
goes in first.
oh.
I agree with that.
Okay, no tears, no
Just get-
tears.
get
They're happy
everything out of
tears.
the way
I
while
promise
you
they're happy
can.
tears. They are happy
Oh,
tears.
Okay, so these play.
Oh.
These play. The memory fixer.
Continue
gives
my
rush.
comments. My
Done.
commentation. I don't even know how we would say it out loud.
Oh, so
Commentception.
so we don't have the Russia Risa.
You need to.
Yeah,
clear
we're
the-
trying to
that's the
get out of
Starter deck
here.
Risa.
Yeah, and
Alright,
then I can't
so-
swing with the shoe.
We got the Shumon to -1 security once again.
I'm just trying to slow them down at this point. Fighting for my life here. And I have the
Oh, it's unfortunate
Cherubi.
we didn't have Rush.
So
I thought we did.
I don't remember if I
I
had
feel
the
like-
Syndrome. I don't remember what I do
I
here.
feel like you have to go into a Syndrome play here with
So-
the physical training.
It was a matter of debating of like setting up the if I can't remember if I had the Syndrome or not at this point, but it was the issue of like, do I keep the Shopper for the level 5 ace play or for the Cherubi ace play because I can DP reduce him by 8,000 I think.
And
but I
you're
don't think it
going
was
to
worth
Evo
it to
pass turn
do.
into a level 5. So then that keeps your Cherubimon.
So I was like, which one do I take?
Ace
But I also
in
had
play.
the physical training just to lower the cost.
I like that. That sounds.
So I could go for free into a level 5, but I was like, I'm just gonna get the blocker out, set it up,
You've mentioned.
play the 2.
And if I were, I don't think I attack. By the way, here. Especially
Yeah, it
since
was-
nothing has Rush.
And it was for
Yeah.
3, so I'm at 0. So I was like, I could. So at this point, I was like, Wanya's still alive. I could get him down because he's only 12k. I was like, I could swing over him.
It's not worth the risk.
was like,
of
I could
hitting
swing
another
over.
tamer, it's not worth the risk of hitting another Crimson.
So I was like,
Blade.
how much
Mhm.
DP do you have? And what's your on deletions?
It
That's my
is-
questions.
The Ancient Gray is 13, so I
So
guess
I was
you
like-
could, in theory, attack into the Ancient Gray.
Yeah, so I was gonna swing to get it to 11. We would crash, and then I would delete.
Minus 2K puts it at 11.
So we're even now. So I would essentially
Are we still,
crash
Syndrome?
and then
Not
protect.
Right.
because you have the protection from
Yeah.
Chaparro.
Right. Okay.
Chaparro's if this Digimon was used
And
by any
on top of that, I would like because this one has just the regular line underneath. So had I had the Shushumon earlier and Digivolve the Shushumon in the back, like the promo Shushumon, I could have DP'd by 4,000 and I would have had no issue and I would have been able to save my protection for like anything in security,
effect, just
which would have
delete
been
a puppet
nice.
or
But we
token.
didn't have it.
Yeah.
And I had the extra Arisa to play out another
We are
Shumon
fully
or a
recycling
Liberator
Ancient
just in
Gray,
case.
Recycling effects.
Yeah.
There's no tamers in trash, but I think we should.
And then I
remove
remove a
this point.
token, I think.
Yeah. And we're gonna start.
'Cause I
our
wanna
turn
keep the
on
Shushu on the field.
rough.
But if
Or
you go to
no, I
level
had
5,
the-
advantage here is if you have Cherubimon Ace.
No, wait, because I had the other one underneath. It depends on who I had underneath here. And I can't remember if it was the security one. Because I remember them saying they were only 12k. They weren't the full 13. So they went down to 10.
You lock
But
your opponent
did
out
I
basically
remove
of
a
like maybe one
a
attack.
token?
But if you have the Valk Ace, I think you're good.
I don't remember now. Maybe I don't.
I think the deck.
So I must have had it because I remember asking him how much DP it was, and he said he was 12. So maybe he didn't have the piece that made him 13.
Valk Ace, but we are going to do what you said. We're gonna play another puppet.
We're gonna set up the Cherubi Ace line for the next hybrid that goes in.
Okay.
We're just
play
building
the,
up. This
cost
board is
takeover.
wild.
So it's gonna
Imagine
be
if
one
Death X
memory
was here.
if she gets Crimson Blazed here by Proc again.
Yeah. The Crimson Blaze
Are
would
we
be
gonna-
rough.
Ooh.
We are
Hmm,
overclocking.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't want to
Going for
really
extra
remove my
damage.
tokens
And
because
then,
I guess not
there
lucky,
wouldn't really
but
be a
it's
point,
just like, is it
'cause they
worth
would
the
minus 3,
risk,
right?
You know.
I mean, could you use the Arisa here to play another puppet, or are you just not wanting to?
Don't remember if I had the puppet
Could have
to
ran
play.
out, or you don't want to just keep Crimson Blaze a little cheaper.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we did see a Valk Ace earlier, right?
Yes, we did.
Valk?
I
That
do
was
run
for
one.
Digimon?
I run one Valk
I
Ace.
don't think I went
One
that
Valk,
No, right.
one
Someone just commented
Shadow
and said that they saw
Seraphi,
Valk
and
Ace
one
in the back, and I'm
Cherubi,
like,
and
I'm
one
pretty
Shine
sure we
Gray
saw one on
Ace.
the-
Those
on
are my
the
4
protection.
aces that I
Sure we
run.
did too,
I
but
don't know
it
where
could
I
be
want to
just,
go with
it
them.
was a
I think
pretty
we're going to
alt art, so
open
I'm
up the... I know BT18 is not on DCGO yet,
confused.
but I definitely want to tinker
And
with the deck a
then,
bit
that
to be
being
like, all
said,
right, where are we actually going here?
There's definitely Cherubi. There's definitely Shadow Seraphi.
Oh, Shadow Seraphi
Yeah,
is so
it's
devastating
such a
here.
tough call. Like, I think I want to see I want to see the Shadow Seraphis a little bit more,
I thought there was Valk. I thought
only
Valk was
because there's
Valk.
I
much
thought we
more
saw Valk
value out of
too, but
it.
if we're wrong, we're wrong, like.
But a lot of people say the Valkyrie is stronger. Yeah, it could,
Okay, so
like,
just kinda
having the
figuring
extra
out
ace play helps,
what
but
our
obviously if
invasions are,
you're
what our protections
revealing a
are.
lot and you're searching a lot, you might see it, but you can't grab it.
If you're the Ancient Gray player, you're probably looking towards attacking and
Yeah, so this is where we're like, okay, what are they going to do with 4 memory?
That would
Are they gonna split
circumvent
out? Are they
having
gonna play
to
it?
Deal with protection effects or ace plays. I mean,
Andromon
we did
Ace is
see a
good.
Shine
Yeah, there's a
Burst
lot
here
of times
earlier.
where I wish I could have
can't
that level
be
5
understated.
too.
Evo for 2, then Evo for 1 because there is a burning under
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah,
And the
Drassil has it
permanent
too
boost,
because
so
they
we're
have
gonna Evo for
everything.
1 into Ancient. Yep, there we
Yeah, so this
go.
is where I'm like,
This is gonna
oh
delete-
crud, this is a big
attempt to
stack.
delete anyway.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna protect.
Oh, does it pop the? Does it have to delete the highest? I thought Ancient Gray could choose.
It
Let's
does
look.
choose.
I will grab the card for it right now.
And then he says he's at 13 DP, so that's why I pull out the dice. So before he was only at 12, and now he's 13. So this is where that is.
One of your opponents. You didn't have to choose.
If he went for the Chaperomon, I
token?
wouldn't be able to protect it.
No, they
No,
deleted Cinderella.
And then I go with the Arisa. So now that's why.
Yep.
So I literally kept the Arisa. I kept it live so that way I could play on the opponent's turn because I believe I have our good old friend, Negative Security. This thing just does not leave. It is wonderful. It is a great card.
-1.
Yeah,
So
that's why I didn't want to. I knew if he went into the Ancient Greymon, I needed that minus check.
14k currently on the Ancient Gray. There we go. Burning Gray. Attack.
And he tries to attack.
Oh, is he gonna?
And then I have Cherubi Ace in my hand.
Make a mistake by going full combo. This is a mistake going into full combo, but okay, it's just Alda.
So Alda's gonna be 8.
12. It's 12 plus.
Shumon could walk 1,000 miles,
so
and it could walk
16?
1,000 more.
16, yeah.
Okay.
Imagine
Oh no!
Into the.
Yeah, and this is why we grabbed the Cherubi early on.
This is what I was saying. The Ancient probably should have deleted the level 5.
Correct. That would have been the correct play.
And then it doesn't matter necessarily what I play, but I was like, should I search? Should I not?
3 Digimon. That's a minus. It's minus 3k.
So it minuses 4 for every Digimon but itself. And I was like, I'll play something smaller.
Oh, can't play Digimon by effects now. That's
because so I wanted to keep this Shumon because I didn't have any more Shushumons in my hand. So I was like, okay, if I hard play the level 4, it doesn't have any on play effects, so it wouldn't like fully benefit me necessarily. And I would lose next turn to get a Digivolve if I need it off of the Shumon. So I was like, I'm going to keep the Shushumon in my hand. I'm just going to play out a Pillowmon. So we have it. And then I'm still getting 4, 8, 12, 16 against one of the Digimon.
I would have played something else there.
It could be our only choice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be minus
the rest were all level 5s.
Uni doesn't. Oh wait, but we're attacking into Cinderella.
Oh,
Yeah, so with the raid, they were attacking into Cherubi.
Where would they?
And now we couldn't figure out if
went for secure.
Maybe correct us if we're wrong here, because I didn't know, because they were attacking into Syndrel, or not into Syndrel, sorry. They were attacking into the Chaperomon with the raid. And then I went into the Ace, and I was like, does your Digimon die now that you've raided into a bigger body? I think it does. But I also could be wrong because I don't know
Purity.
fully on how raid works, right?
Oh, true. Good point.
So this is what I was asking. I was like, does it get deleted?
Yeah, because this is minus 12, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because now you're swinging into it, or I could protect myself.
Yeah, it's not 3. Okay. So it's minus 20.
So this is minus 16. Yeah. No. It's every other body.
So it's minus 16.
Yeah, it doesn't include itself.
Minus 16.
So yeah, I'm getting rid of that stack. That stack is gone.
We're choosing to delete the.
So even though I did have the -1 on it, I needed it gone.
4 minutes left in this round,
and this was now turn 0.
Is that? I think I would have gone for the Altamon.
And then I'd preserve myself, and then I give it -3.
Delete this token? Why is the token deleted?
Something targeting the Cherubimon Ace, I believe.
Yeah. That stack was terrifying. It was so scary. Yeah, okay. Because we were trying to figure out that and what that would look like. So like literally we're sitting there. So I was like, why is it
Chaperomon's effect
I couldn't figure it out.
Only once per turn, I believe.
No, and that's a hard part for you guys, Panda. Like you can't hear what we're doing.
Level 5. That's
yeah.
I mean, that's possible.
So I think what had happened, so this is where the question came, and I think we should have just yelled for the judge at this point because we weren't sure either. So he raided into the Chapermon. And then I went into the Cherubi, played out the Pillowmon because I didn't want to play out the Shushumon. And then DP deleted the Ancient Greymon. And then the Ancient Greymon was trying to target something. I think it was trying to target the Cherubi. So then I had to preserve the Cherubi and then DP minus what was on the field. Yeah, it was like a whole mess. But it is so much fun to like that you guys are kind of like going in blind and you don't know what's in the hands.
But they might have
it's so cool.
Still, so.
But you get like most of the plays really well. Like I love the fact that like you guys know these decks so crazy.
I think that's a concede.
Yeah, and then they were like, I'm just gonna concede.
Unsure.
And I was like, oh, but we could do it. We have just enough time.
Attack, pass turn. Dang.
Birds.
Earlier,
oh
gosh. I wanted
gosh.
to talk about earlier where
Birds versus Lord Nightmon. I can only like
had
yeah, and then they couldn't get it.
Red hybrid player with the second burning
yeah.
chosen.
We were so happy after this game. This was such a fun game.
And then you do that attack, and then it resolves.
We were so happy after this game.
Bringing it back to us.
Yeah, the Ancient Greymon.
Yeah, and the back and forth was so much fun. Like we were literally laughing the entire time. Like if you go and watch the VOD highlight on Twitch when you're bored, but we were literally laughing the entire time and like talking the entire time, which is something like that makes the game so much fun. And it's so enjoyable to like talk to people. And even after the game, we were like, this was so intense. And we were so nervous. Like you can like see our hands shaking the entire time as we're playing. Cause we're like, oh my gosh, like we are trying to like face each other. And then you're also commentating it. And we're like, oh my gosh, what is going on? But it was so much fun.